Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. Let's get into the season finale of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's go. So we open up with Stormy and Courtney. They're riding on their little toys and they're going to eat and they're talking about having a fish fry because Stormy wants her mother and her aunt to for real get back together. So she's planning a fish fry. Courtney has said he is not going to be in attendance. And I hope this works out. So Mel has joined the Fletchers at their back to school backpack drive at the daycare center. And she's telling them how good they did on the Houston trip. And she also told them that Martell has reached out to her. He wants to meet. And Chris asks, like, what does he want to talk about? Mel said, I don't know. We'll just see how he moves. That is all up in the air. So let's just keep going. So Stormy and her cousin are on their way to, I'm guessing, Mississippi, or definitely to her mother's house, because she really wants her Aunt Lisa and her mother to get it back together. She says that they talk at each other instead of like to each other and try to talk through each other. But it really stems from the fact when Betty and Lisa's father passed away, it was all on Betty. And she's still harboring something because being a caretaker can be a lot of work and she had to do it. So that's where hers come from. Okay, so they tried to have a fish fry. It started raining. They had to go to the center. But the center of this problem is this. Betty, Stormy's mother, is the caretaker for her mother. Lisa works and her husband works out of town, and when her husband comes home she wants to spend that time with her husband, but Betty has the mother every day, every night, and she needs a break, and I get that, and I get her too about wanting to spend time with her husband. I feel like she said she was going to do it. It seemed very dismissive, like yeah, I'm gonna do it. So I think they got a little resolve. Aunt Lisa was not here for the hug. She was like, I'm gonna hug my mother. She out. Like, she don't want anything to do with it. They need to get it together. So Mel has decided to go to this meetup with Martell in this little freakum dress she got on. You look cute, but he about to be stupid. So child, looks like Martell finally found something he could afford for this $4.90 for this tea that he done bought. Good job. Now let's see how this conversation goes. So these little flowers that Martell has bought Mel, she told him it was very inappropriate because she asked him, was he dating Sheree? He said no. She said she's dating. And then he deems that to be negative because she said, I don't want these little flowers. Give them to the kids. He's devastated. It was negative about that, Martell. For Martell to sit here and fix his mouth and say co-parenting has got a lot better and then drops his head in laughter lets me know that he wants Mel and us to believe that there is a great co-parenting situation. Like, Martell wants you to believe things that are not even true. Like, I could see how he could drive somebody crazy. I agree with Mel. This is the biggest gaslight conversation that I've ever heard on television. And we know Ralph from Real Housewives of Atlanta is the king of gaslighting. And I don't even think Mel had to say that when we text, we're specifically talking about the kids. I think we all knew that. But then for him to say that he didn't realize Mel wasn't feeling protected. Sir, you was having unprotected bang bang with somebody. Just that part she didn't feel protected about. And everything else. I love that Mel called him an agent of chaos. That's the best description ever. Remember, I told y'all he wants a wand to men in black, all of us. Martell cannot take the truth. Like, the truth is just not in him, and so he can't even take it when it's given to him. Pitiful. I literally don't even understand what, I mean, I know you got to put on a TV show, but I don't even understand why Mel is talking to Martell, right? Because when she's telling him the reason they're in this situation because of him, I'm sorry. Just listen. Because you already know that, Martell. And for you to try to overtalk her like she's not telling the truth, Like, I don't even know how Mel is doing this. Child, let's keep going. Martell said if he had known what he had done would ruin his family and their lives, he never would have done it. What did you think was going to happen, Martell? What did you think was going to happen when you repeatedly cheated and eventually got a baby? What do you think is going to happen tonight after Ariane watches this episode and you said that you regret it? Like, you should just stop talking, right? Just stop talking. Because, like Mel said, you don't mean any of that. You just regret that you got caught. That's what you regret. Why can't she forgive him? Why can't she get it off her heart? It shouldn't even be there. Like, where did this man right here come from? I have had some relationships and I have dealt with some dudes, honey. But this one, I don't know anybody other than Melody Cherie Rogers who have dealt with him. This is a piece of work right here. Child, I'm going to tell you something. You need to have a sedative to talk to him. Like, you need to be on your way to sleep to talk to Martell. Because the fact that he was like, Mel is focusing on the little things that happened so long ago. You talking about the 5 years of cheating that produced a child? Those small little things? Martell is... Oh, my God. Now, at this point, it's time for Mel to go. Right? You're talking about these rings. You're talking about manifesting, how bad it was. It's time to go, Mel. You've given enough energy. It's time to wrap this up and leave. Let's go. So Kimmy has set up a date night for her and Maurice. And it's going to be like a bang bang night, I'm sure. But Kimmy used to be the most level-headed reality star that I thought. Until she said this crazy stuff. She said this was a thank you, as well as a date night, because Maurice did not sign up for all this. The ups and the downs, the no hair, the not wanting to eat. Kimmy, he signed up when you took your vows through sickness and health. When he signed the marriage license, that was him signing up for whatever is going to happen. What is wrong with you? So we're here once again talking about her libido, right? Before I go on, shame on whoever talked about Kimmy not having hair or not looking the same when she was going through all of this. Shame on you. And shame on you too, Kimmy, for still explaining to Maurice that you had cancer and there were going to be some changes. Shame on you for having to continue to explain that to him. Now we're here with the libido and the boudoir photo. Kimmy looks fantastic in this photo, right? I know that's exhilarating. I think every woman should try that. It really makes you feel different. She looks great in this photo. I hope this night works for her too. Did Maurice just mess the mood up for y'all too? Because he messed the mood up for me. Why would you draw on your stomach, sir? This is stupid. Tisha has come in, honey, and she is extremely assertive, right? I don't know where that had come from, but she is tired of not having her stuff done. She wants her office, and she's ready to move in the house before her kids go to school. Then Marcia named off about 7 jobs he's doing. He's redoing this place. He's trying to get Tisha's office. He's working on Black. He got a hotel over here and a hotel over there. Sir, how are you doing that? I can't believe that. And you got to go to court, and you got to film this show. That's a lot. Tisha is extremely assertive, right? This is a person we should have been seeing at least 2 or 3 seasons ago. Marceau sits over here and says that she's turning him on. She was like, I don't have time for this. I'm trying to express myself, right? And I need all my stuff right now, my home and my office. I don't think you're going to get it, sis. This act that Tisha and Marcia are doing, I'm loving it because I've never seen her like this. You need to act like this more, Tisha. Tisha told Marcia that there's no trust, right? So what we gonna do? What we gonna do? There's no trust. Girl, if he really answered that question, you're gonna fall out on that floor. Tisha asked the question, how do they move forward? Okay. Marsha said, "You have set the rules. Now I know how to play the game." Teacher talking about let's play. Girl, he already got the phone out. I'll see y'all next week.